Hey everyone, my name is Andrew Hess, and today I wanted to create a Microsoft form and turn it into a PDF or a Word document. And in order to do this, I'm going to use a third-party tool, and I'm going to use what's called Plumsail. They have different ways to use SharePoint and your Microsoft 365 platform. So you can do documents, forms, help desk, actions. Today I'm going to mostly focus on creating a document. I'm going to start here, and depending on how this video is, we'll keep exploring Plumsail. So I wanted to create a Microsoft form, and then I wanted to convert it to a document and store it in SharePoint. So we're going to use some Power Automate also. So let's change the style. Maybe we'll change it just a little bit. Ooh, that's a little too much. Let's see. Something nice and simple. I think we'll keep it simple for this video. We have an untitled form. We'll say Andrew Hess Plumsail test. And look at how this is down here. This is actually an AI element. So I don't have Copilot configured on my Office 365 tenant, but I'm still getting AI functionality out of this without paying for Microsoft Copilot. So just, not too much off topic, but I was looking at Microsoft 365 for Copilot. Now you don't have to buy a bulk number of users, but you do have to buy a year's worth. I think that's so Microsoft can get their money back. To get Microsoft Copilot, it is $360 per year. So let's go back to Forms. All right, we're back to Forms. Let's go ahead and let's do the full name. I like that. And we'll say phone number, email address. I'm just going to select some of these. I like this, and department name. So I selected those four, then I'll just hit add the four selected. So that helps me out. It's a lot less clicks. I don't have to type. Let's add in another one. And I believe if I go to choice, watch this. It's even going to give me more AI. What is your favorite color? Now let's start off with option one, and let's just say red. I believe it's going to start, yeah, you see that? It's going to give us more of this AI, so we can just start selecting. Blue, green, yellow, orange, purple. Isn't that neat? AI is taking a larger role, so let's kind of zoom in here. AI is now being pushed out into Forms, and this is without Microsoft Copilot on. We have some fields. We're testing, we're inviting. I think we're going to say we're done with the form. So now I kind of want to go to Power Automate, and then we'll go into Plumsail. So we have our form, and I'm going to create from blank. That's where I like to start from automated, a Microsoft form trigger. So when a new response is submitted, and we'll call this Andrew Hess Plumsail test. And when a new response is submitted, we're going to create. And I have an invalid connection. Maybe this is something that we need to go over. I had a question. It was like, hey, I want to see you make mistakes. I actually had someone said, hey, let's do your videos live. I want to see you fix your mistakes. So we have invalid parameters. What's going on? So right now it's saying it needs a form ID, and that's our new form here. So we got rid of that. Let's say that our connection was broken. You can easily fix your connection right here and re-sign in. So you can see that I'm using my connection of my demo tenant, and you can easily just fix your connection. You may see that come up sometimes too. Okay, so for every Microsoft form, what you want to do next is you want to get the responses. Right here, this is just the trigger. This is just saying, hey, a new response was submitted. Now we need to get the responses. So we're going to add an action. Let's see if I type in forms, what comes up. So right here, at the very top, get response details. That's what we want. Okay, the form ID. Now, Andrew has Plumsail. Now, let's say that you can't find your form in the list. Now, you can come to enter custom value. Go back to your Microsoft form. So when you look at the URL of your form, you may find right up here that it says, does ID equals? You see that ID equals? That's actually a query built in your URL. And I'm going to take all of this right here, all these funky words and letters. I'm going to press copy. I'm going to go back to Power Automate. And I'm going to paste it in here. Now, if you notice, that is actually going to work. And the response ID is going to be right here, the response ID that we had before. So filling in the form ID is the same as clicking on it. So let's go ahead and check out. Let's see if we have our fields in there from using our form ID. So I'll just put in something easy. Let's say email. Let's just put in an email real quick just to see if we have our fields. So if we come into the Lightning, you can see these are the fields that match my form. So putting in that form ID, and let's go back, it's now already populated the name of the form. So that shows you that the ID and the title are now matching. All right, so I'm going to delete this, this action. Next, what we want to do. All right, so this is my first time doing this. Let's do this together. So I'm going to click on the plus and then add an action. Let's see if it reappears. Add an action. I'm going to search for Plumsail. So search for Plumsail. The action that I'm looking for is not here. I'm going to click See More. And I want something that's called Start Document Generation Process. You can see that it's all the way here at the bottom. I wish I could make that appear for you better. Let's see. Right here at the bottom, Start Document Generation Process. That's what we want. Now, connection name and API key. This is something we need to do on the Plumsail side. So let's go ahead and figure that out. So you can set up a trial to Plumsail if you want. That's all I have right now is a trial. And I'm going to go to the product of documents. And in the documents, I have a few things that I've tested. I'm going to go to API keys. And I'm going to delete this one actually. That's one that I tried previously. Let's go ahead and add another one. So I'm going to add a key. And we'll say the name of the key is Plumsail Test. And the API mode, I'm going to say testing. Free action runs with a watermark inside a result document. All right, so I have a secret key here. Now, you guys may say, oh, we got his secret key. We're going to be able to do all this. I'm going to delete this right after this video. So we have my secret key. So we have my connection name. Let's say Plumsail Test. The API key. I'm going to paste that in, and I'm going to click Create New. The process name. Let's see here. I don't think we have one. These are from, let's check out Plumsail again. These are my test documents. They're matching my flow. So test invoice service, test application. None of these actually match the one that I'm doing right now. Let's create an add process from blank. Let's do from blank. And I'm going to choose docx, Plumsail test. And let's keep going from here. So now I believe we're going to get like a blank document. And we want to create this based on our Microsoft form. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do edit online. I'm going to do this live online. All right, so we're editing a custom template. Let's go on here for now. So I'm going to delete this. And I want a table. So let's see, can we find table? Insert table. And I believe it's going to be 2 by 5. So let's see, if we go back to we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 values that we want to enter in our table. So the first one was full name. And let's see if we can get each one of these. Organization, email, department. So organization. And then finally, I remember the last one was favorite color. Now, in order to pull in these fields, we have to do a little bit of coding, but it's so simple. Now, I believe all we need to do is, let's see what this arrow is. Oh, it's just kind of remaking our design of our table. We're going to do 2 squigglies, full name, 2 squigglies. And I believe that's it. So let's check out my form again. So full name, oh, it has a space in there. And it's lowercase. Let's just make sure it's exact. So organization name. Organization name. And I'm just going to double check it. It's lowercase here. Email address. Department. And I believe the last one is, what is your favorite color? Now, I have no clue if this is going to work right out of the box, but we're going to go ahead and try it out. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Go back to Power Automate. I'm going to delete this process right now, and I'm going to save. And this is going to give me that refresh back into Power Automate. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back into Edit. And we're going to find Plumsail again. Plumsail, we want to search Plumsail Documents. At the very bottom, we have Start a document generation process. And now in here, we should have a new one. It's called Plumsail Test. All right, so we're going to try and do this in the new look and feel. I'm not used to this here, but let's try it out. So right here, Show Advanced Parameters. We're on the Plumsail Test. I'm going to click JSON. So we're actually going to write some JSON. And now it's saying Add a new item. I believe I want to write my own. Let's see if I just do property full name. I have no clue how this is going to work, but let's just try it out. So full name, organization name, email address, department name, and what is your favorite color? Now, if this works, Microsoft has made everything too easy, and it really is a low-code, no-code platform. I'll be totally amazed. All I'm going to do next is put the document somewhere. You can put it in OneDrive. You can put it in an email probably. I'm going to store it in SharePoint. That's where I like to put my documents. So now I'm going to create a file, add an action. I'm going to create file. Create a file in SharePoint. I'm going to pick a SharePoint site. My choice site, I guess. We'll go to my choice site. So let's see. Choice site. So I have a site here called choice site. In here we have some documents. Let's go ahead and push it into there. So the folder path will be my shared documents. That's my out-of-the-box default document library. The file name. Let's give it our full name. And then we'll also give it we could pull in the date. Let's see what we have here. Let's add in the date also. So right here, I'm going to add an action at the beginning. Maybe after we get response details. I'm going to get the time and date right now. So current time, I'm just going to pull in the current time. Now in my create a file, I'm going to add in with the lightning bolt the current time. And the file name, I believe we want .docx. So the file content is going to be our result file from our start document generation process. That's it. That's our entire flow. So let's go ahead and save. And I want to test it out. For sure I want to test it out. So we're going to test manually. And then we're going to submit a form from our Microsoft form. So we're testing, we're spinning. And I'm going to click preview. Oh, look how this nice little, gosh, Microsoft is making things so easy. I'm worried about my job. Okay, so we're going to start now. Andrew Hess. My organization name is Hess IT Solutions. And my email address, ahess543work@hotmail.com. If you're looking to email me, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Some people have already found my email and they find it and then they email me and they're like, hey, can you create a video on this idea? I don't mind. Send it away. I'm getting to them. Department name is Hess Department. And what is my favorite color? It's actually blue, but actually I like the color yellow too. I think yellow is actually a good color. And I'm going to hit submit. Okay, your response has been submitted. Let's go back to flow. So we got an error. I'm going to guess. Let's take a look at this again. So it looks like what I'm trying to do is not supported in testing. Okay, so the error that I got was you can't use a testing API key. So I'm going to use a production one. We'll call it Andrew Production. Don't worry, you can try and use this. I'm going to delete it right after this. You're not going to charge me anything. So we're going to create a new one. It's called Andrew Production. That's our new API key. So when we go back to Power Automate, we actually need to create, so let's go to Edit. We need to connect with a different connection. So I'm going to do Change Connection. add new, Andrew production, and we'll go back here and we will copy this API key, my production one, paste it in. And if we go back to our form, we're going to submit another response. So Andrew Hess, favorite color, we're going to go blue this time. Submit. Back to Power Automate. Let's see if this new production API key works. Oh, looks like we got a lot of greens. It's going very, very fast. Now it's just creating the file in SharePoint. Let's check out SharePoint, refresh. We now have the file name built there, and it has a unique name because of the date in there. So I'm going to click on it, open it, and look at that. Way too easy for us. That's just my opinion. This is way, way, way too easy for us to create documents. Now, we didn't even have to write JSON. So I just wanted to add, just a little bit more. Maybe we could pull in that date. Back in Plumsail, we're going to add in the date now. We'll call it date now. And when we see a date now, it's not automatically going to pick up that it's a date. So if you come up here to tokens, and you kind of let it look for new tokens, it's kind of spinning through. So we'll let it look through tokens. You can see now we have date now. So instead of string, we're going to convert that to a date and click OK. Okay, we're back to Power Automate, but we want to refresh that connection. So this is what I do. I just make sure we're saved. I click back, and in the document generation process, we can see now I have a date now field here. I'm just going to pull this in as the current time, and we'll see if it can convert that and how the date will come over. So let's go ahead and save and test one more time. So we notice that in Plumsail, we change the token to say it's a date. Test. And you would do the same thing if you were in Forms and you wanted a date field. You do the same thing. You just say it's a date. So we're going to go back to Forms. And our favorite color, this time it's going to be red, and we'll submit. So we'll check out our flow again. It should go right through. So we got some green check marks creating the file. That's all looking good. So let's go to our SharePoint site. We have a new one. It did not overwrite, so we have a new one a few seconds ago. Let's see if it pulled in that date now. So there it is. It pulled in that date. That is today for me. That is the time. Looks like the time is in UTC, so maybe you want to convert that. But those are little things that you can do on the Power Automate side. So I want to leave it here. So this was Plumsail. If you want to learn more, let me know in the comments. Let me know you want to learn more about Plumsail. There will be a link in the description of the video if you want to sign up and try it out. If you want to try a free trial license of Plumsail, see where you can get, we can do that and we can learn this stuff together. So in the description of the YouTube video, I'll put in a link. My name is Andrew Hess, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.